I guess it wouldn't be a complete weekend without some sort of work in the garage, guys. Yeah, we're back at it, doing stuff. Some EFI turbo type stuff. All torn apart. So this weekend wasn't planned to be a video weekend, but I'm down here fixing some stuff that I jacked up, and I thought, since I've been asked multiple times about doing like an EFI or EFI turbo build series on lessons learned, we'll go ahead and start today with fuel pumps. And I'm running a Bosch 044 fuel pump, and right after the intro, we're going to talk about what I jacked up. Save you some time, maybe save you some money, and prevent you doing the same dang thing. See you in a second, guys. Just a tad bit different. Just a tad. So for those of you guys that don't know, I'm running a Haltech 1500 Elite Series. I got the kit that comes with the fuse panel with relays and the flying lead kit. Now I've got my fuel pump that's running through here. It comes off one of these relays so you can throw more power down it. And right now it's like a, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, about a 16 gauge power wire, which is new to me knowledge. Not sufficient enough for when it comes to power and powering your fuel pump, especially one with such high horsepower. Now this is the line that was installed by me. I don't remember, to be honest with you, whether or not or whether there was a thicker one or a higher gauge when it came to the fuel pump, but I had it routed through one of these G-Ready connectors. Let me see if I can find that real quick and show that to you. All right, there you go. So this is the one end. It's an 8-pin G-Ready connector, which I would say is adequate when it comes to running signal wires, but you can see that it got super hot, and that's mostly because of the load and the demand on that fuel pump. So what I'm doing today is I'm running a 10 gauge oxygen-free copper wire that's going to be a home run with a new pin out. I've got some extra pins that came with the kit, with the Haltech kit, with a new pin, home run from the relay power all the way up to the front of the fuel pump. Yeah, I had to pull everything back out through the heater channel. I ran all my wires up through the heater channel, and I used this little duct to kind of come out over here, and I'll show you guys what that looks like when I get it back together. This is the wiring up front, guys, if you haven't seen it before on Goose. This is all new wiring kit. So my power comes through there, then it routes down through this. And my mistake that I made too was, and I should know better than this because I do electrical stuff quite a bit. This is a 12 or 14 gauge right here. So I went from that 14 or 12 to 14 or 16 gauge orange blue to this, which right away creates a resistance, causes issues. I've got a piece of it down here that already pulled out. Yeah, we're getting rid of this, and we're upgrading to this bad boy right here, which is quite a bit thicker, rated for a way higher amperage. It's got a better strand count too, which should, take care of any fuel pump issues, which I was having. I've already replaced the ground. Hey, that's my Bosch 044 fuel pump. There's a Aeromotive 10 micron fuel filter. That's a pretty big canister one there. That's got a stainless steel insert inside of it. But you can see right there, let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. I took my new ground, which comes right off the fuel pump. This is a number 6 ground, and it's bolted right down to the chassis. We shouldn't have any problems there, and that's no aux that I put way too much on. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to work, and I'll bring you back in a second. Maybe once I get the fuse box repinned down. Pays to have an assortment of electrical type connectors, plugs. Especially when you're doing one of these builds, you're gonna have a ton of stuff that you're gonna need. Check out the description below for some of the things I have here and that I've used today. If you're interested, as always, guys, these things are linked to an Amazon account, an affiliate account, and it Any little bit that you buy helps out the channel, so I appreciate you. So I don't know how many of you guys are like me, can't stand the like insulation that they put on these lugs. So what I end up doing is just removing the insulation and then putting my own on here with some heat shrink, because this crap just looks like junk. Gives it more of a professional look, I think, anyway. Ooh, let's see if we get them off here. There we go. Then you just have a bare lug that you can crimp down onto your wire and then put a little bit of heat shrink over top of it. Alright, let's get this end on here. So you guys can see I've got this weave, this sleeve on here, and it does help protect it from rubbing against things. It's definitely not heat resistant. If you run a heat gun on this, you'll melt it into smithereens, but I like to put the heat shrink over both the lug and the weave here. So when I do use a heat gun, you just got to be real careful about how long you got direct heat on this sleeve if you're using it. So let's go ahead and cut this to length. It's a little too long right now. Probably about right there. And then we'll strip her down. These are the best type of strippers in the world. I love these things. Go to 10 gauge. Sweet. Now that it doesn't have insulation on here, we're going to crimp it down as a non-insulated lug. That's perfectly flush. Make sure you get your copper conductor up through there. These at one time did have like a cutting end on them, but I cut that off because I was doing some weird stuff with these. Yeah. So the non-insulated end is the end that's got like the half C, or not half C, but half moon or C on there. That's the one you want, and you want that end on the left, the mountain, I guess, on the bottom of your crimp, like so. Got a little wind out there. Oh yeah, that was nice and good, nice and good. On the bottom, very good, very good. Nice crimp. Take a look again. Did I do that wrong? I think I did that wrong. Yeah, we're good now. Good crimp. Then you just take your heat shrink up over top of both, and we'll heat shrink it down, and then we'll have a nice clean connection. Cool. Alright guys, there you go. She's all routed. I just got to pull her up through, up near the fuel tank, that area up there. But you see I got her routed up underneath the tie rods, because you want to make sure that everything is out of the way of your suspension and steering. Because that would be no good, yeah. Good stuff. Bring it back in a minute. So definitely one of the things that you guys will end up doing is buying specialty tools for doing crimps. And I picked up these ones a while ago for doing all of the crimps, like this one that I had to do right here. This is for the relay going to the fuel pump. And you can see how it crimps down on the insulation and how it crimps down on the copper the right way. And you're going to have to make sure that you guys buy the right tools. These ones aren't super expensive. These are iSwiss IWS 1424B, and then the iSwiss, what is this one? iSwiss, okay, there it is. AWG 24, that's the gauge, that's not the part number. well, check out the description below, guys. I will link these down there. But I picked up those, and then for the pin out stuff, I got this I-Swiss tool. So yeah, really important to make sure that you crimp these correctly. So guys, it's been a few days, actually about a week almost. I got the power ran all the way up through. You can see it kind of like dives to the right here, and I wasn't told you I was going to show you the coupler over here. I can get a little better light for you. Yeah, that's a little better light. I picked this thing up at Home Depot. And it's just like a plumbing coupler that I use to combine the heater channel. You know, this is the ducting from the heater channel that comes up and does the defrost for the window. And since I don't really use my heat, I just went ahead and ran my my wires, my signal wires, and now the power that's coming from the Haltech Elite 1500 distribution box or fuse box all the way up to the front. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. This is just one like really quick thing, a little lessons learned when it comes to kind of fuel pump issues. We're gonna cover the whole fuel system that's in Goose that you know, provides all that powerful juice to Envy in the back there. But yeah, that's coming in a video down the way. I got a little more research I want to do to kind of cover quite a few different things when it comes to lessons that I learned, plus things that might be good information for you. So yeah, stay tuned for the end of the video because I went to a car show. And we got in the top 25, and also was the Oval pick. That's pretty cool, from Paul Smith. He's got the Oval Office. It's a Facebook group. And yeah, Goose got that pick. Would go, baby. So it's a beautiful day, and I've already had her out a few times, and I can definitely tell the difference when it comes to the way she's running. The biggest difference is I don't smell like fumes. You know, that the smell you get when you don't have enough fuel, you're running too lean. You're right, Mike FN is 100% correct. That smell of fumes means that you're running lean. Well, the fuel pump's running better now. You guys saw the difference in the gauge of power wire there, so definitely one of the things you want to look at when it comes to you're doing your EFI system, EFI turbo system, or if you're putting an electric fuel pump, period. Check out the information on what size power you should be running and the distance. Like my fuel pump is all the way in the front underneath the gas tank, and that's a good probably 10 feet from the fuse block and the relay that's underneath my back seat. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your weekend. We're going for a cruise. See you later, guys.